Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Jess. Today I wanted to take you through some of my favorite ab exercises and share with you what I think are some of the most effective exercises for your abs. And for some reason, I still feel like abs are like this big mystery when really ab training is pretty straightforward actually. So I'm actually gonna do a full body workout today, and I wanna show you how I incorporate training abs into my workouts, because I don't really ever do just like abs or just ab training on its own. I always pair it with whatever I'm doing in my workout. So when it comes to training your abs, I'm actually going to set you down because it's easier. Okay, I had to set you down so I can focus. So when it comes to training abs, you want to train the anti, and by the anti, I mean anti-rotational, anti-lateral flexion, and anti-extension. So basically you're training your abs to stay stable and not have your spine go into flexion, extension, or rotation. And training the anti will help you build a strong core. It will help with hypertrophy of like the abdominal muscles. They can't really get that big to begin with, but it does help to actually grow them. And you're not going to destroy your back in the process. So you don't want to put your spine into repeated flexion, because that's when you start to get a sore back, and your spine shouldn't be constantly thrown into repeated flexion. It's just not good for it. So that means exercises like crunches, sit-ups, toe reaches. There's so many ab burnout exercises that just put your spine in constant flexion, and people are wondering why their backs are getting sore and why they're not really seeing the strength results that they could see if they trained abs properly. So that being said, I'm not going to ramble on too much. I want to get into the workout and show you what I actually do and why I do it. But I do just want to say that training your abs in this way and building a strong core like this will help you get stronger, will help you be able to lift heavier weights and do more in the gym. And then doing more in the gym, especially with those heavy compound exercises like your deadlifts, your lunges, your squats. Having a strong core will help you get better with those exercises, and in turn allow you to get stronger as a whole, will help you build more muscle, not bulk, unless that's what you're going for, but get stronger as a whole. And as you get stronger and build more muscle, you're increasing your metabolism. You're basically turning your body into a calorie burning machine. So I don't think anybody's going to be upset if that happens. So training your abs and ab exercises and working out and strength training, that's one thing to get defined abs. And then obviously diet is the other huge factor that play into whether you can see your abs or not. So we're not going to talk about diet today. We're just going to focus on the exercises, best exercises for abs, and how to incorporate them into your workouts. I'm working out from home today, so I have very minimal equipment, limited space, but I'm going to do a full body workout. Yeah, it's going to be good. Let's get into the workout. Okay, I think I'm going to take some pre-workout because actually I really don't feel like working out today, and I'm really struggling with the home workouts, to be honest. I missed the gym, and a little pre-workout is not going to hurt. So this is the Magnum Opus Extreme Intra Workout. It's a non-stimulant workout, which means there's no caffeine. It's the juicy watermelon flavor. It's not good. I don't know if any pre-workout is good, so I just try to dry scoop this and just get it into me. By the way, if you're wondering what a non-stimulant pre-workout does, it doesn't really give you like a bunch of energy. It just kind of like gives you the tingles, makes you feel like kind of itchy. Is this falling? It makes your body feel tingly, and when you stop moving, that sensation intensifies, so you want to keep moving. Okay, so before I get into the workout, I want to say really quickly that when it comes to the best exercises or the best way to do something in fitness, there's not really a right and a wrong way to do things. It just depends on person, and there's a more efficient way and a less efficient way to do things, and usually there's always somebody who will argue your point. So in this video, when I talk about the best ab exercises, this is based off my knowledge, my expertise, and my experience. So for my workout today, I did 3 supersets. I call it a full body, but it was mostly like lower and abs, but it's still full body. Anyway, so for today's workout, I did 3 supersets, and I did them, I think I did 4 each superset. My first superset was a goblet squat paired with a dead bug. So we have our compound movement, and I superset that with the abs. So with the dead bug, this is an anti-extension exercise. So this means you're training your abs to prevent your spine or your back from extending. The dead bug is probably, in my opinion, the best ab exercise, or one of the best ab exercises you can do at any fitness level. So all the way from a beginner to advanced, there are different ways that you can do the dead bug to make it easier and harder based on your fitness level. Dead bug is super safe for the spine. All of these exercises I'm going to talk about, they're safe for the spine. So with this one, you really want to focus on keeping your ribs down and pressed to the floor. And this really helps to keep your spine stable and neutral. And that's what really engages your core with this exercise. So as you drop one leg and one arm, naturally your spine will want to come up off the ground, and you're using your core muscles, all of your core muscles, to prevent that from happening. Not only does this work on your core strength, it keeps your spine safe. If you're doing this exercise properly, you're not going to hurt your back doing this. And if you do this exercise enough and you make it difficult enough for you, then you will work on building those ab muscles, which help to make your abs pop with a good diet, of course. Okay, my next superset for today's workout was a deadlift paired with single arm farmer carries. So I love these exercises because it's kind of like a full body exercise, really. This one is great for your core, mainly used for core strength and grip strength. So this is an anti-rotational exercise. No. This is an anti-lateral flexion exercise. So naturally, when you hold the weight on one side of you, the weight wants to pull you to one side, so you have to engage your obliques to stay upright and straight. So anti-lateral flexion, farmer carry is one of the best exercises you can do. Again, keeps your spine safe, increases core strength, and helps to define your abs. So as I mentioned, what I like about the farmer carries or single arm farmer carries, it works your grip strength too. So a lot of times people have trouble progressing with other exercises, such as deadlifts, pull-ups, chin-ups, because their grip strength is poor. A lot of people actually neglect training their grip strength, and this is a fantastic way to get it in while still doing your core training. So single arm farmer carry is another favorite. The next superset I did for this workout was a hip thrust. So I did 2 hip hinges today because I really wanted to target the glutes and hamstrings, and I paired that with a plank drag. Now, there are tons of anti-rotational exercises like the plank drag that you can do with more equipment, such as cables. There's just like endless amounts. But for today, I have limited resources at home. Anti-rotational exercise that is safe for the back, helps with strong core, plank drag. So the key to this exercise is to move as little as possible. You don't want your hips to rotate, and you're dragging that weight as far as you can across each side. I had trouble with this one with the towel. It wasn't really working, but you could easily do this on a carpet as well. It'd be fine at home. This is another one that's super easy to make harder or difficult based on your fitness level. You just change the weight, or you change how wide your stance is with your feet, because the more narrow you are, the harder it is to stay stable. The wider your feet are, the easier it is to stay stable. So those are the 3 ab exercises that I included in my workout today. And this is my go-to way to train abs. I try to find an exercise that's anti-rotational, so like the plank drag or cable chops or pal-off press. I like to incorporate something that's anti-lateral flexion, single arm carries. A lot of single arm exercises are anti-lateral flexion because if the weight is only on one side of you, you have to compensate. If you don't want to fall over, you got to engage your core. And lastly, anti-extension. So training your core to stay stable so that your spine doesn't go into extension, because any repeated spinal extension or flexion is not good for the spine. Yes, your spine should be able to move that way, but you don't want to train it in repeated repetitions, like exercises that you will almost never see me include in my training or my clients' training, unless it's like a bit of a burnout from time to time, not all the time. But for real core strength and ab training, it will be training the anti, and it will be training stability, core stability, balance, all of that, protecting your back, protecting your spine. That will take you so much further in all other areas of your training and your life. So what am I trying to say? So that's why I try to avoid repeated flexion or extension in the spine for ab training. So like toe reaches, crunches, that sort of thing. It's just repeated flexion. Doesn't do anything better than the ab exercises that I just mentioned. And lastly, I just want to say any muscle that you contract and relax fast enough repeatedly is gonna burn. It doesn't mean it's good for it. So I'm gonna leave it at that. These are some of my favorite ab exercises and my favorite way to train abs and core strength. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Also, I've linked below in the description box my ab strength video. This video teaches you how to properly engage your core, and we go through some other really good ab strength exercises. So give that a watch. Learn how to properly engage your core so you don't hurt your back, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.